Hello, I'm Chris Fowler for SportsCentury. Born into the heady ether of a new sports age, he played the game above the rim, head jouncing, torso turning, stick legs pumping. He was bigger than life, a human billboard, the image of athletic perfection, the icon of icons. He was Michael Jordan, MJ, his airness. So good, so true, so completely heroic that despite the hype of his times, he just may have scraped immortality with his wings.
Jordan with the steal! Jordan slams it again. Michael for three. Yeah! Yeah! Jordan, look at that! Michael drives Wilkins into left for the
But when he came on the floor, people knew that they were in trouble.
He saw Michael Jordan!
Even in a game, if I see him do something like that, I would just grab my face and be like, oh my God, what did I just see?
Spectacular move by Michael Jordan!
His strength is like a big man. He's the strongest guard, I'm talking about body-wise, to ever play.
Michael on the drive across the lane, turnaround shot, got it! 16-3 for Jordan!
Michael was coming in from the side, and we were running down there to try to close him off, and next thing I knew, he was going by me.
A courageous, classic performance by the flu-ridden Michael Jordan.
Give me the ball for the last shot. I'll do it. It is my destiny to do it. I was made by God to take the last shot.
Here's Jordan. Yes! It is all over.
In what was widely thought to be his last game in the NBA, Michael Jordan led the Chicago Bulls to a storybook ending in Game 6 of the 1998 Finals.
Michael working on Russell. Brings them to within one.
It was one of those games that it felt like we had control of the game. And I wish I had a nickel for every time you can say that about a team that Michael played on.
Malone is doubled. They swat at it and steal it.
You get right to the last second. He had the ball in that situation, and you expect the ball to go in the basket.
Jordan, open. Chicago with the lead.
He loves to compete and rise to that moment that is presented to him, and I think he seeks that moment.
The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
But Jordan's dominance extended beyond the confines of a basketball court.
It's hard to overstate Michael Jordan's greatness, but he has done it at a time when everything has come together.
Michael Jordan is CEO Jordan.
MJ, those new Air Jordans.
He had all of the media exposure that the other guys before him didn't have on internet, cable, satellite TV.
Game 4 in Chicago, in a word, Michael.
Yes, it was a national holiday. Michael did not take off. He just took off on the Knicks.
He became the Pied Piper. Television ratings followed him. Fans followed him. They flocked into stores to buy anything that was endorsed by him.
You better eat your Wheaties.
Michael Jordan created all kinds of fans, including a lot of women fans.
Please welcome Michael Jordan.
Jordan, to his credit, knew that every minute he was in front of a camera was an audition for another company.
Here's a black man who's the most popular person in a white society. I mean, what bigger benefit for a company can there be to cross the racial divide with a guy who's popular everywhere?
You think about all the things that Michael Jordan's influenced, starting with the baggy shorts, bald head, the shoes.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes. You sure it's not the shoes?
I'm sure, Mark.
We see the powerful impact that he's had on our society and on our culture.
Fortune magazine says Jordan is responsible for soaring revenues, an estimated $10 billion during his career.
It goes across national boundaries where friends of mine go to the heart of the Congo and they see kids in number 23 Chicago Bull uniforms.
I thought Magic Johnson was the most famous basketball player in the world still when the Dream Team went to Barcelona, and I was mistaken. Michael was big enough that there were 40-foot murals.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Jordan!
Because I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it,
people like me.
More than liked, Jordan was adored. But the fallout from this idolatry had its negative side. For even as public Jordan mushroomed into a global marketing colossus, the private man shrank ever deeper into a glass-walled isolation chamber.
He told me once that when he walks through a crowd, even if he appears not to be looking at the people in the crowd, he can feel every eye on his skin. And he said it's like a burning feeling. Until I'm alone again, I feel the burning, those eyes looking into me.
If you're Michael Jordan and you're that celebrated and that good, the phone rings 1,000 times a day with people who have ideas that they say are good for you. This is going to be really good for you. It's not good for you. It's good for them.
He said those 2.5 hours on the court every game night is the most peaceful time of my day. He said because it's like there are invisible walls around the court. It's the one part of my day that no one can touch me, no one can come up and ask for an autograph, no one can pitch a business deal. I'm meditating out there.
On or off the court, Jordan guarded his carefully tilled public image.
He has an awful lot of clout. And I've heard from more than one person that if you step outside the bounds of how he wants you perceived, then the word will get to you.
We wrote a story about him in Sports Illustrated when he was trying to play baseball. And I think the story was fairly sympathetic, but the cover was Bag It, Michael. And he, to this day, will not talk to this magazine.
Whenever Michael appears in public to come down from his hotel room, he is always dressed immaculately because he knows that there are people in the lobby that maybe are going to get a 20-second glimpse of Michael Jordan for once in their life. And he wants to portray a certain image in a certain class.
I'm very image conscious, probably more than I should be, because I think it really prevents me from being the fun person that people behind closed doors know who I am.
Jordan said, a lot of times I'll dream I'm a bad alcoholic, and in the dream I can't stop drinking and I'm embarrassing myself and I'm going to lose everything. He says, when I wake up from that dream in a sweat, he knows that one slip up, one mistake can throw it all away. And I think he lived in terror of that for a very long time.